here we're starting off round one heat run Vans World Cup with Marco Giorgi, Vasco Ribeiro, Seth Moniz, and Jamie O'Brien. So already we're kicking it off with a great...
that are familiar with these big lineups against some QS warriors.
And here we go. Speaking of local favorites, Seth Moniz up and riding, 19-year-old out of Culiaco, right here on the island of Oahu, who had a great amateur career here. At 134 on the QS rankings. Even a win here is not going to put him on the championship tour, but can help his seed for next year.
Yeah, no doubt. He's just trying to get experience, isn't he? But Seth is a huge talent. This kid right here has the potential to make the championship tour, I believe. Talented family there from the legendary Moniz family.
And here we go with the big guy from Portugal, Vasco Ribeiro. He had a 17th at the first jewel of the Triple Crown, the Hawaiian Pro, and working over this wave for his opening ride.
He knows how to take down some, big names. He's a great competitor. And as you mentioned, Kaipo, he's heavy-footed, which is good for Sunset Beach. It's all about power, kind of pushing your weight through that wind. Being kind of a bigger dude usually helps on the North Shore.
Which I'm sure is really his motivation, to surf at home and surf well at home. And here we go. This is going to be the first wave of J.O.B., Jamie O'Brien, winding off the top. Nice little cutback for Jamie. Comes through again, little lazy swoop there, but gaining some points, gets the finish, and looks like he's doing the QS grind right there.
Yeah, not bad for Jamie. And you'll see this a lot today, Kaipo, where they'll milk this wave all the way through. Sometimes there is a little bonus section.
Jamie getting his grovel on. Of course, he's riding surfboards generally from Wade to Coro. Let's take another look at the opening ride.
Okay, so Jamie O'Brien, he's another big fella, but he's got himself in shape. The last couple of years, he's concentrated on cross training. I believe he also works with, I think, Kahea Hart and Kid Pellegro. So he's lost some weight. He looks like he's in shape, which is important, when you're tall. So if you go up there and a wave comes in that forms up, it's hollow. It usually can get a little barrel at boneyards.
Well, here we go. Up and riding, nice little swoop to open up, setting up nice, more aggressive second snap, keeping good flow, Marco Giorgi. So this is what he was waiting for, and it looks like he's going to make the most of this wave, biding his time for the inside section right behind him. Jamie O'Brien's on a backup with a beautiful floater, and unfortunately, just cockroached out of that thing on the landing.
And you saw him messing around?
Yeah, they had the loom cubes out there, and let's take a look at this wave from Marco.
Well, this should be easily the best score of the heat so far. Smooth surfing, and this is what you call flow right here, isn't it? You just kind of connected the dots nicely. No one crazy maneuver stands out in this wave, but because the wave was challenging, he made it look easy. He had that great flow, smooth rail surfing, nice little carve. See, that section had a wrinkle in it, so it had a chance for him to bog and maybe even dig a rail, but he didn't do that. He kept his speed flowing, and he made it look pretty easy. So I think the judges will be impressed. Is it going to be an 8? I don't think so, but it should be the best score.
I'm ready to go anytime. I'll surf that, no problem. So he's in a positive mind space. Jamie O'Brien searching for his backup of that 4.67. Grab rail, little gouge for some variety there, and looks like the groveler's working for J.O.B.
Jamie O'Brien, I would guess, is about 6'2". He's taller than me, and I'm 6 feet tall. So, that board looks to me about 5'10". So shorter board. He's looking for a lot of freedom and maneuverability. I wouldn't be surprised if we see in this heat Jamie go for a nice little 360 off the lip.
As we see, Seth Moniz snaps off the top right there. This wave's got more for him down the line. Can he get to it? Yes, another through the lip punch. And that's going to end it for Seth Moniz. So battling back into contention, and we'll be on standby for a couple of scores.
And that's the problem right there, the challenge of surfing Sunset Point. If the set does come through with a little more size, it can break outside the reef.
Here we go with Vasco Ribeiro. Nice smooth carve off the top. Got a lot of white water to deal with here and some ripples in the face, but does well. Heavy-footed surfer, and it's paying off right there, showing some of his power. And he kicks out, and he's going to get ready to paddle battle.
On the North Shore, flares up in the right conditions, and Sunset Point's no different. As we see Seth Moniz, the lightest competitor in this heat, and it shows. You can see him just gliding on top of the surface of the water and just kind of stinging that wave a couple of times, a couple of quick off the lips, committed to some big sections. So I like that wave from Seth. I think that should be definitely a keeper. So now he's in the mix. One good tail slide from Vasco right there. Just a little bit of fins released, but other than that, the wave was really difficult to surf kite.
There's actually professional surfers that take another look at Seth's last wave.
Yeah, just a quick little snap there for Seth. A bit of a step up, and you see that a lot. That's a consistent kind of regimen from Reynolds Hayes and the boys there on the Hawaii surf team. They want their competitors to ride bigger equipment. I want to do a really good maneuver, and that's the difference.
And here goes Sethy again off the bottom. That's better off the top. Love this camera angle looking into the wave, and you can see Seth surfing with a little bit more urgency here. Another nice snap, really getting the pace and tempo right on that wave, so I'm thinking that's going to improve his situation.
It's all about just advancing. You don't care. I mean, winning is always nice. That means things are going your way. This is a couple of serious maneuvers. I think this is the best surfing easily so far in this heat. And we mentioned Seth Moniz on a step up, but that doesn't mean he has to sacrifice good surfing. He still looks like he's getting a good amount of pivot on that bottom turn. You use the word urgency. I totally agree with you, Kaipo. Once he had that section that was nice pop up, because we all know how Sunset Beach is, Sunset Point is. Once, if a good section pops up, you got to hit it right away.
And hitting it right there, Marco Giorgi looking for a 3.25 to move into second place, but that could be upped when we lock in Seth's last wave. So
yeah, so again, Seth on a bit of a step up, but the board looks great. Wade Takoro, a legendary shaper here in Hawaii. He knows how to shape a step up board out here. Probably a bit of a round pin, and here we go.
Vasco Ribeiro. Now this wave just broke into two, and as you talked about earlier, just the bottom out here, Seth's just going to let him surf it out. And here we go. Jamie O'Brien skips through that first section, little white water climb here, gets a little tail release, a nice roundo rebound. Comes around one more time, so working this wave over, really surfing a smart wave.
Wow.
5.17 is the number, Ross. What do you think?
Maybe it just needed a little something extra. So a bit of a cherry on top. Nice little float to project down the line. I like the tail slide right there. That's that kind of X factor that Jamie is looking for with that small board. But right here, this is where you're like, all right, maybe not enough, but wait, hold on, one more section pops up, and he hits it. And kind of rides out of it pretty clean. So
dodging a bullet, Seth Moniz, by giving Jamie that much leadway at the end of this heat. So it looks like it's going to be Marco Giorgi and Seth Moniz move it on.